Hey there, I got some good news for you. Inventory is rising in Orange County, finally. So what's going on with sales? Well, we're going to talk about that right now, and we're going to look at the Orange County data. This is Dean Odell with Seven Gables Real Estate, the Odell Group, and it is time to review the charts. So we're going to look at the Orange County data first, followed by the Tustin zip code chart. So let's get started. We're starting out with a special slide today. We're looking at the first quarter sales for 2024 versus 2023. You're going to see it's broken down into two parts. It's homes placed on the market January 1st to March 31st and Orange County sales January 1st to March 31st. So if you look at 2024, that's where you're going to see an additional 613 homes that have been listed in the first quarter versus 2023. So then if you move to the Orange County sales chart, what you're going to see is in 2024, there's been 187 more homes sold. This year, there's been 4,390 versus 4,203 last year. So what's interesting also is to look at the homes placed on the market by price range, and you can see the differences by price range if you read along with the chart. So you might want to freeze this up here and take a look. And same thing with the Orange County sales, and look at the different price ranges. One thing that pops off the page to me is the $2 to $4 million price range. You will see that there is a 45% increase for homes that were put on the market and a 39% increase for homes sold in the first quarter of this year. Okay, moving on to the next chart, we're going to look at what is going on in Orange County right now. That was the first quarter. Let's look at today. Today we have 2,184 homes, up from 2017 2 weeks ago, and up from 2,053 homes last year. Now, if you look at that 3-year average prior to 2020, you could see it was much higher at 5,780 homes, making us more than 3,600 homes short from where we were pre-COVID. Now, we are the 2024 line, so we are looking at the purple line there, and you will see how it's just suddenly jumped up in the last 2 weeks. It's following the same pattern as some of the previous lines, a little bit better than last year. The blue line, you could see it was actually headed down. Now we're getting more into a normal pattern where it's heading up a little bit. Next chart we're going to look at is the Orange County demand chart. Today we have 1,642 homes that have gone into escrow in the last 30 days. 2 weeks ago that was 1,617, and last year it was 1,663. As you can see, the 3-year average much higher at 2,777 homes. Normally we would have more than 1,000 more homes in escrow and 3,000 more listings to choose from. So you can see where we definitely have a supply issue that also is creating a demand issue, although it's very hard to know exactly how bad that issue is due to interest rates being higher, because there's just not enough inventory from people to choose from for us to really understand the numbers inside and out. So Orange County expected marketing time year over year, that is going up. Today it's at 40 days. 2 weeks ago it was at 37, and last year it was at 37. So that's a little bit slower. The 3-year average, 62 days. Again, we're on that purple line. You can see how it jumped up just a little bit. So overall, we are in a hot seller's market if you look at the chart up there. And now what we need to do is break that down by price range. So let's look at the bracketed sections by price. We've got a hot seller's market all the way up to $2 million, and then a slight seller's market from 2 to 4, a slight buyer's market from 4 to 6, and a deep buyer's market from 6 million and over. So still a pretty good market, but there is a little bit of change going on. And I'm going to talk to you guys about what I think that change is, what we're seeing out in the field. Before we do that, we're going to go to our Tustin chart for the 3 zip codes. We're going to look at March 2024 versus March 2023. For sale by zip code, you can see the actual number of homes in all 3 zip codes when you combine them together are about the same. In 92705, it's unchanged, a little bit higher in 92780, and a little bit lower in 92782. So you can do the same thing, looking at new listings, looking at the solds. The one standout in the solds would be the 92705 zip code, which is almost double last year's, right? I mean, that was a big increase in solds. Now, solds actually mean closings. That means they've closed escrow. So if we look at those pendings below that, we go, okay, well, wait a minute. Now pendings are down 21% in the 92705 zip code, right? So things are moving at different speeds, has a lot to do with interest rates, has a lot to do with the way people are pricing homes and then reducing them later, and then they're getting sold. So, and you can see how that plays out across all the zip codes. So then we look at the months of inventory, and that's really important because we do not have more than 1 month of inventory in any of our 3 zip codes, which means our area is extremely hot, okay? Active listings, you can see the prices are up except for 92780. You can see the average sold price this year is down except for 92782. And that has a lot to do with interest rates and a lot to do with the newness of the homes in the 92782 area, which a lot of times are more in move-in condition and less money to spend on upgrades and stuff. Then we look at the final list price and sales price. You can see it's extremely hot across all 3 zip codes, you know, at 100% or more that people are paying over the list price. Go back down to the average days on the market at the very bottom there, and you're going to see 92705 had a big increase, 70 days. 92780 and 92782 actually sped up. So North Tustin was very, very slow for a while, and then all of a sudden it got hot, right? People reduced their prices. Buyers came out and they ended up doing very, very well in sales and very slow on average days on the market. The one other standout there is 92782, where the average days on the market was only 6 days versus 32. So 92782 really heated up. So if you want to freeze this chart, take a deeper look at it, see what's going on in your zip code, then we're going to move ahead to my advice for buyers and sellers and tell you what we're seeing out there. Okay, buyers, this is for you because we're getting it a lot. You guys are obviously starting to hear in the news about this new National Association of Realtors, where every time you guys buy a house or write an offer, you are going to have to accompany that with a buyer's contract with your agent. Excellent idea, by the way. We've always had buyer's contracts. Now they're going to be enforced, which is wonderful. And that's going to protect you guys in terms of who's representing you and how much they're being paid. So watch for those coming. They're going to be mandatory in July, and we support them completely. We want the buyers to have transparency and know what's going on. So as far as the marketplace goes, you really need to seek out the best buyer's agents around. I can tell you right now, our team probably represents more buyers than almost anybody. We've got great people in place, different price ranges, different personalities. Give us a call, reach out to us, and we will set you up with someone who can help you out and point you in the right direction, because buying a house is not an easy process. Okay, sellers, and this goes for the buyers too, and I'm sure you're still watching, okay? All I can tell you is local representation is best. Okay, I'm proud to say we just set a record sale here in North Tustin, 3rd highest sale ever, and it was marketed previously by 3 coastal agents that just could not get it closed. So we were able to get it closed, and it had a lot to do with our local knowledge, being able to explain things to people that they are unaware of when they come to North Tustin. So I think, you know, we're seeing so many people come in with out-of-area agents to represent them, and we know that that's because they're friends or acquaintances, and you know, there's a trust factor there. But you know what, when you're looking for an agent, why not look for an agent that lives in the area, works the area every day, and understands the area, has seen all the other comparable sales to help get you the highest close price. And I'm proud to say, just looking at the North Tustin stats this morning, and our average sales price is almost 10% higher than the average sale on a price per square foot basis, which tells me that we are getting our sellers top dollar. And we do that by getting those houses all ready for you guys, doing all the work for you. It's very simple, hassle-free, and we'd love to help you out. Okay, so that's going to do it for this week's episode. Please comment or subscribe, or do both. Why not, right? Have this information coming to you every 2 weeks. It's valuable stuff. We will see you in 2 weeks here Talk to you then.